Hello, welcome to another episode of Better Health Through Live Food. So today we're going to make another dessert. This is a raw cheesecake without dairy. So this is something that our family have on special occasion like birthday, Christmas, and we're going to make two for our Christmas party tomorrow. Now, there are basically two parts to it. The first part is making the crust, which is basically a nut base, nut plus dates, coconut, as well as some Himalayan salt. And then we'll do the second part, which is the filling. Now I normally use one of these baking dish, which and you cut a non-stick paper to put on there, and then that goes on there. The reason why we put a piece of paper is because then we can transfer that a lot easier. So the ingredient for the crust is 3.5 cup of nuts for two, so basically 1.75 cup each of a mixed nut. So what I have here is walnut, macadamia nut, almond, and Brazil nut. So it doesn't matter what type of nut, as long as you have some sort of nuts, it's fine. And then half a cup of desiccated coconut, or you can use coconut flour, 16 mature date, and then half a teaspoon of salt for two. So just divide those measurements for one. We find it easier to make two at the same time, and then because it's quite a rich food, you're not going to have these all the time. You normally just have a very thin slice, maybe just out of these you can probably cut about 12 to 15 slices. So just a normal food processor. So it's quite easy, there's no baking. In goes your mixed nut, half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt obviously is better than sea salt. It's less polluted. 16 mature date with the pits all taken out. Now that date would hold it all together, and the coconut. Nice and moist. See? Nice and moist, nice and sticky. So this is how you want it to be. So we'll take the inside out. Now we'll just divide equally to two parts. Nice and moist. That's about right. So the good thing about raw food is cooking is you don't really need a recipe. You can just go just judge it as you go along. And basically just mold it to the side. Now you can actually use more nut, then you get a thicker crust as well. So no baking. You don't destroy any of the nutrients, and nuts are full of your omega-3,
or your good oil, which are anti-inflammatory, protect from heart disease. So nice and moist. There you go, that's one. That's what it looks like. Nice and easy. There you go. That's your 2 crusts. And now we'll continue with the filling. Alright, pause.
We're up to stage 2 of the cheesecake, so we're going to do the filling now. And the ingredient for the filling is basically, the main ingredient is cashew nut. Now cashew nut, we use 2 cups each. Now you need to soak it for at least 6 hours. The longer you soak it, the softer it is. And you do need a high-speed blender. Without a high-speed blender, it's very hard to actually make this recipe because you have to get it into a very creamy consistency, then to get that smoothness. Coconut oil is half a cup each, which is this one here, half a cup each. And then lemon is also half a cup each. Agave nectar is also half a cup each of the cheesecake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 layers. The bottom layer is going to be just plain cashew nut, and then the second layer I'm going to put in some frozen blueberry, some organic frozen blueberry. Okay, so what you do then is you put the liquid in first. Now this is the wild side, the larger of the 2 blender. I find that it's a bit easier to use the wider type. So that's half a cup. And half a cup of agave nectar. Now we use the Loving Earth brand because that's raw. This is just pure lemon juice. So half a cup of pure lemon juice. And then this is just 2 cups of soaked cashew nut, nice and soft.
just number 3 on here. If you find that it's starting to blend, air, like it's just spinning around doing nothing, you need to give it just scrape the side down. There you go, that's really nice and smooth, as you can see. Rồi khăn được chưa? Kêu mà. Alright. Ooh, that smells good. Very nice. You can smell the coconut coming through. This is almost like creamy cheese. Now we put half of it in here. Smells good. Now the reason I had to add 3 more dates just now is because all nuts are different. See, sometimes if you use different mix of nuts, sometimes it appears dry. If it's dry, then you put more dates. So you can't go by the recipe, because if the nuts are a bit dry, you need to change. You need to vary the amount of dates. So that's your first layer. Okay, now we'll go to the second layer, which is the 2 cups of cashew. Hang on, we'll always put the liquid in first, because the liquid sucks it in and blend it a lot smoother. So the first thing is the half a cup of olive oil. Coconut oil, sorry. The reason why we use coconut oil is when you put it in the fridge, it hardens. Yeah, it hardens into like a solid. If you use olive oil, it doesn't do it. You'd be really in trouble. Okay, that's another half a cup of agave nectar. So this is the sweetener. Oops, I think we might be running out. Okay. So we've got the half a cup of agave nectar. Now, if you don't use a high-speed blender, it doesn't come as smooth as this. So you can't possibly do it at all. And then this one is just another half a cup of lemon juice. Now, some lemon are more sour than others, so we like it more acidic. Obviously, you can vary it to whatever your taste is. So always liquid go in first, so that create a vortex effect to draw everything down. So you have 2 cups of cashew nut. And also, we need to put some blueberry, obviously. Probably about there. Yep, that's all right. Okay, I think that's all done. Now what we should have done with blueberry is probably defrost it first, because otherwise if you have a look, it's a little bit more gritty with the blueberry. It's not as smooth because it's still ice. So that is the second layer. Normally with the second layer you want to put a bit more on the second layer. Not too hard. Put in the fridge, a couple of hours. You can actually put in a freezer if you want to. If you're not going to serve in a few hours, put in a freezer, and when you want to have it, just take it out and defrost it. Take it outside, and actually what I tend to do is take it out and put it in the fridge. So keep it in the freezer, take it out and put it in the fridge for a couple of hours before you serve it. It is very rich. As I say, we only have this on special occasion, and you normally only have a small slice. Probably get about 12 to 15 slices out of one of these.
放些贝雷在上面。
There you go. Okay, what we're going to do is have 16 slices in one. So divide by 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And just push it down a little bit. Yep. Once you do it, you can't take it out. Otherwise, it doesn't look very nice. So 4 in each. So then you can cut it into 16 slices. There we go. And that's your 16 slice. Okay, that's all done, and we'll put it in the freezer